All right, so it looks like I've already shown you this slide for the most part, but I wanted to make sure we um, temperature scales. All right, common temperature scales: Celsius scale, which is used by most of the world. Water freezes at 0, and water boils at 100. Those are nice numbers. Do y'all remember what water freezes at? Of course, everyone remembers what it freezes at. What is a boil? Where does what at what temperature does water boil in the Fahrenheit scale? 212. Right. They're competing how the Fahrenheit was created. However, water freezes at 32 Fahrenheit. This looks like it's negative 32, but no, it's actually positive 30. And water boils at 212 Fahrenheit. Okay. So same magnitude of difference, but different numbers. So it looks like they're different. Like it looks like you know it's still the same thing. It's just a different scale. They just put it on a different scale. Like if all of a sudden I said, well, I want um, a scale of I want Roberto's. That's my first name. Um, I want a scale of Roberto's. So, and I'm going to say that freezing is at minus 100 and that boiling is at 1,000 Roberto's. Okay, so they're the same width that covers 100 degrees in Celsius is now 1,100 degrees. The scale is 1,100 degrees in Roberto's. We also have the Kelvin scale, which is like the Celsius scale, but it's got absolute zero, and then up, and then water actually freezes at 273 on the Kelvin scale, because at negative 273 kelvins, all matter comes to an end, or at 3 kelvins, minus negative 273 Celsius. Okay, but on the Kelvin scale, water starts to freeze at 273 kelvins, which is really warm in kelvins. All right. Conversion. All right, conversion between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Let's just do a couple conversions. I'm gonna show you some conversions here. Here's the formula. Celsius or Fahrenheit is equal to 9/5 times the Celsius temperature plus 32. Or to go from Celsius, or to go from Fahrenheit to Celsius, you take the temperature minus 32, and then everything's backwards. So you subtract the 32, then multiply by 5 over 9. So I'm just going to show you how to do that real quick with just a few temperatures, okay? So let's do Celsius. So let's do Celsius to Fahrenheit. All right. So if I have let's say I've got, like today, let's say it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. To get my Celsius, to get this into Celsius scale, TC, here's what I do. I take 41 what the hell do I do? Oh, here I go. Oh, 41 minus 32 times, I had a brain, times 5/9. Now, some of you that are new to using your calculator going, well, how the hell do I get 5/9 on my calculator? That's 5 divided by 9. And so we'll go in a straight line. Remember PEMDAS? So you go 41 minus 7 minus 32. 41 minus 32 gives me positive 9. And then what 5/9 is means multiply by 5 and then divide by 9. Okay? And so if I multiply by 5, or multiply by 5, I get 45. Well, look at this, it cancels. I get 45, then divided by 9, and I get 5 Celsius. Beautiful. I mean, that's all there is to it. Subtract, multiply by 5, then divide by 9. Let's go the other way. let's say I've got Celsius is, oh, like one day when I was in Kuwait and we drove by the First National Bank of Kuwait, I saw the sign said 44, 45 Celsius. Oh, oh my gosh, hotter than heck. All right, so what we do here is we go, now this one's a little bit different. Notice how this one was in parentheses first. Now to go to Fahrenheit, that's the Celsius temperature plus 9/5 times the Celsius temperature plus 32. So you add the 32 at the end. So in this one, you'd take 9 divided by 5. Okay, do that in parentheses. Take parentheses 9 divided by 5, then multiply by 45, and then add 32. And then, so we've got 9 divided by 5. Well, I can see already that this is, I'm going to get 81 plus 32 is, and I've also done this a bunch, is 113. That's a hot day. That is a very, very hot day. Okay. Now, what they're going to also show you, is there's a quick and dirty way to do this. Okay, so if I want to convert 45 degrees Fahrenheit, this is the quickie method. Gives me a good estimate. If I went into Celsius, well, what I do, look at 9/5. 9/5, 9 divided by 5 is like 1.8. That's real close to 2. So I'll take, okay, well, let's take 45 times 2. And since we're multiplying by more than 9/5, let's just add 30. And I get 90 plus 30 is equal to 120. Well, that gives me a good ballpark. Trust me, when you're in 113 degree heat, the difference between 113 and 120 is not that much. And then the quickie method to go the other way, you subtract the 2, multiply by 2, and add 30. Or subtract. All right, so what does that mean? To go from Celsius, oh, this was Fahrenheit. No, this was Celsius. This was Celsius to Fahrenheit. Sorry. This is Celsius to Fahrenheit. To go from Fahrenheit, now we're going to go from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Let's say it's a beautiful 72 degree day. So you take 72 minus 32 and divide by 2. So you get 40 divided by 2 is equal to 20 Celsius. Sorry, I screwed that first part up. Quickie method, going Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, and then, so you notice this one, you subtract. Now we could probably have subtracted 30 again because we're multiplying by a higher number. You'd probably get a better estimate. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and then we'll move.